Christmas Eve, 1945. For the Sodder family in Fayetteville, West Virginia, it was supposed to be a night of joy and celebration, but a sudden fire turned their world upside down, and 5 of their beloved children vanished without a trace. The official story? A tragic accident, a faulty wire, and a slow fire department response that came too late. But George and Jenny Sodder never believed it. Too many things simply didn't add up for them. The phone line was dead. The ladder was missing. The trucks wouldn't start, no matter what they tried. Most chilling of all, not a single bone or trace of the children was ever found in the ashes. Was it a fire that defied science, or a cover for something even darker and more sinister? The Sodders believed their children were taken, kidnapped in the chaos and confusion of that night. For the rest of their lives, they chased rumors and leads, refusing to ever give up hope. How could 5 children disappear from a burning house without leaving a single trace behind? Why were there so many strange and unexplained events that night? The deeper you look, the more questions you find, each one more puzzling than the last. The answers, if they exist at all, are lost to time and smoke. This is a story that haunts, a mystery that refuses to die or be forgotten. The Sodder case is one of America's most enduring and perplexing puzzles. Before tragedy struck, the Sodders embodied the American dream. George, an Italian immigrant, built a thriving business and a large, loving family. Jenny, his wife, was the heart of their bustling home. Their house was a landmark filled with laughter and life. That Christmas, 9 of their 10 children were home, excited for the holiday. The older kids convinced Jenny to let them stay up late, playing with new toys. 5-year-old Betty joined them, while Jenny went to bed, tired, but content. The tree was lit, presents waiting. No one imagined the horror to come. For 5 children, it would be their last night in that house. The American dream was about to become a nightmare. In the weeks before Christmas, strange things began to happen around the Sodder home. A stranger warned George his fuse boxes would cause a fire. Odd, since the house had been recently rewired by professionals. An angry insurance salesman threatened, "Your house will go up in smoke, and your children will be destroyed." The older Sodder boys noticed a car parked nearby, watching the younger kids walk home from school. Even the family dog, usually noisy and alert, was strangely quiet that week. On Christmas Eve, the phone rang twice. Both times, a woman asked for someone the family didn't know, with laughter echoing in the background. Jenny checked the doors, uneasy, but eventually went back to bed. These odd events seemed minor at the time, but in hindsight, they were warnings no one could have predicted. The family would later wonder if these were signs of a plan already in motion. The night of the fire, these whispers became a storm of chaos. A loud bang on the roof, a prank call, a silent dog, pieces of a puzzle that would never quite fit together. The Sodders couldn't have known these were their last moments of normalcy together. The stage was set for a tragedy that would baffle investigators for decades to come. Every detail, every oddity, would become a clue in a mystery that refused to be solved. The Sodders' peaceful life was about to be shattered forever. The warning signs were there, but no one could see the full picture until it was too late. By morning, nothing would ever be the same for the Sodder family. The whispers had become a nightmare that would haunt them forever. Around 1 a.m., Jenny heard a loud bang on the roof, followed by the unmistakable smell of smoke drifting through the house. The house was on fire. Panic erupted instantly as flames began to consume the home. George, Jenny, and 4 children escaped into the freezing night, barely dressed and shivering in the cold. But 5 children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were trapped upstairs, unable to get out. George tried to re-enter, smashing a window with his bare hands, but the flames were too intense to get through. The ladder was missing. Both work trucks, which had always worked before, wouldn't start. The phone line was dead. Neighbors couldn't reach the fire department, no matter how hard they tried. Hours passed before help arrived. By then, the house was completely gone, reduced to ashes. No remains of the 5 children were found anywhere in the ruins. The Sodders' nightmare had only begun, as grief and confusion set in. Every attempt to save the children was thwarted by bizarre, almost unbelievable obstacles. The fire's cause and the children's fate became the heart of a haunting mystery. The family was left with only questions, heartbreak, and ashes. The night that should have been filled with joy ended in unimaginable loss and sorrow. The Sodders would never be the same after that tragic night. The search for answers had just begun, and the mystery would haunt them for years to come. At sunrise, the Sodder home was a ruin. Fire Chief Morris told the family the blaze was so hot it cremated the children completely, but Jenny didn't believe it. Bones always remain, even after intense fires. She conducted her own experiments, burning animal bones, but they never vanished completely. Experts agreed. The fire couldn't have destroyed all evidence. No bones, no teeth, nothing. Physically impossible, they said. George covered the basement with dirt, hoping to preserve the site for future searches. For the Sodders, the lack of remains was proof their children hadn't died in the fire. The official story didn't add up. The mystery deepened. If the children weren't in the ashes, where were they? The search for truth became the family's obsession. The absence of evidence was the most haunting clue of all. After the fire, reports of sightings poured in. A woman claimed she saw the children at a tourist stop, guarded by adults. Another tip placed Martha in a St. Louis convent, but the lead went nowhere. A hotel worker saw children matching their description with suspicious adults. A bus driver recalled seeing people throwing fireballs at the Sodder house. Years later, Sylvia found a strange green object in the yard, possibly a firebomb. The phone line had been cut, not burned. Each clue fueled hope and confusion. The evidence suggested arson and a possible kidnapping. The Sodders chased every lead, desperate for answers. But every clue led to more questions. The mystery only grew. The family's hope was kept alive by these unsettling hints. But the truth remained elusive. Why target the Sodders? George's outspoken anti-fascist views and business success made him enemies. He'd received threats, including one from an insurance salesman who warned his house would burn. Some suspected a political vendetta or mafia involvement. The fire could have been revenge. Itambansin ins dan sign or the man of got Begjoma cover for kidnapping. Local grudges and suspiciously poor police work fueled more theories. The Sodders believed someone powerful wanted to silence them, and their children paid the price. Decades passed, but hope lingered. In 1968, a mysterious letter arrived with a photo of a young man resembling Louis Sodder. The back held a cryptic message: Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Ilil boys, A90132 or 35. The family was stunned. Was this proof Louis survived? They hired a detective to investigate, but he vanished without a trace. The sender was never found. The photo became another agonizing clue. For Jenny, it was hope. For others, a cruel mystery. The world was left with a haunting image and more questions. The Sodder mystery deepened. The Sodders never stopped searching. Their billboard became a symbol of hope and heartbreak. George and Jenny died without answers, but their surviving children carried on the search. Theories abound: mafia, vendetta, or something else, but no proof ever surfaced. The central question remains: did 5 children vanish in a fire, or were they stolen away? The story endures, a chilling American legend. The Sodders' hope outlived them, keeping the mystery alive. What really happened to the Sodder children? No one knows. And maybe, no one ever will.